And now, yeah, recording.
Oh, hello again. Welcome back to Pixel Scenery Podcast.
Hello,
I'm Mark,
I'm Dushan.
and this is our podcast where we talk about video games all around, mainly retro stuff for the most part. I'd imagine everything and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, we may talk about some other things in the future, music or I don't know, movies, but for now we're focusing on video games.
Yes, just video games. Today we're going to be talking about memories of more like childhood and more recent memories of arcade. What it was like to grow up in the '80s and have an arcade like at the mall. Like that was your video games. You know what I mean? Like those were the hype video games. You always wished that you could have the arcade at home. And NES was like the only thing that could like bring like any kind of satisfaction, right? Because it was its own
Well,
thing.
even before that, like Atari or wherever you had a home ColecoVision, like NES, they will get arcade port, right? But they were like, I mean, some of them looked like the arcade game, but they were far behind, right? Like usually, and Super Nintendo and Genesis arcade ports were pretty good. Like I think that's when they started getting good. You know, like you could play Mortal Kombat 2 on your Game Boy, but why would you? You know, like if it was your only option, you know what I mean? The arcade always
They
reigns.
could have Tiger. You know what I mean? Remember those shitty Tiger games? Okay,
Uh,
all I'm saying is, like, back in the arcade, it was a scene too. It was like
Oh,
sketchy.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know what it was like in Chile. Like, what were the arcades like in Chile?
Oh, they were really sketchy.
Like, what were the name of those arcades? What were the
Oh,
names?
We would call one La Ratonera, which means like the rat hole or something.
Nice.
But you know, it's
Oh
funny.
man,
Okay,
I want to go. Sounds pretty good.
Ratonera, like I think there were a lot in different towns. You know, it was like the serious arcade spot you could find. You know, like where your parents didn't want to see you in. You know,
Yeah,
like no,
yeah.
no way.
No,
I guess in London there were like city arcades.
There was
spots
in
as
London.
well, as well, right?
Like London, Ontario, like where I was born and raised, they had Wizards 1 and 2. So there was like a sequel bar or a sequel arcade that's like down the road. And both of those were pretty tight. They were downtown. They kind of had they were a little sketchy, but they were kind of just tight quartered, like, you know, really tight quartered arcades.
Yeah. But
Um,
like dark, like no lot of
a
sunlight
little dark,
inside.
but not like that sketchy.
People
If
smoking?
there the clean arcade was the Masonville Mall arcade. That was the clean one, and they also had like a lot of the bougie games, right?
Mm.
There was a lot of jocks hanging out in that. People just, you know,
Yeah.
everywhere you went, it was always like fucking fights and stuff. Don't worry about it. But like,
Yeah.
Ace Arcade was like the dirty scum hole of all arcades that I could know that I would recognize, and it had like it used to be an old movie theater. And it was like had a big movie theater like display on the front of it. It was like one of those big like overhangs that like would show like the shows or whatever. But it's just a big A. And bikers it was right across the street from a strip club. And and like, but that's where my arcade memories mainly are at Ace Arcade.
Ace
Yeah.
Arcade. It was a quarter, right?
A quarter what?
Just to play like the.
Oh no, we like. I mean,
Like,
I
how
would go
much
there and
was
like.
it?
I went to a high school that was downtown, so we would go sneak off and go to Ace Arcade, and they had certain games that I would play, and so the games that like, I mean, Metal Slug 2 is the first game that one of the first games I ever finished at.
But wait, like
that I
Metal
poured cartridges.
Slug 2 is not that old, you know what I mean? That old. But so what were you playing before, like late 80s or I don't know, you know?
God.
Because Metal Slug is after.
But I never
like,
really
Street
like. I mean,
Fighter
that's the
and-
thing. It's like I wasn't old enough to go. I would have to go to the Masonville Mall arcade. But even then, like my only memories of the Masonville Mall arcade was like maybe I'm getting my timelines mixed up, but it's like Mortal Kombat 2 was there, Street Fighter, you know, a lot of the fighting games, a lot of the sit down driving arcade games were there, like the bike. And
Cruising USA.
yeah, I think Cruising USA was there for sure. Like all the, you know, the pop hits that are, the cliche, like what you see at every arcade that had, I don't know, you know, they would always have,
Yeah.
they had like, it was more, you know, bougie. You know what? But like Ace Arcade had like Pac-Man and like 1942. But the games I used to play there, that like my main memories are from like the 90s from there though, right? Before it shut down. And yeah, Metal Slug 2, I finished it there. I used to play a ton of Bust a Move there, and I was
That
obsessed with that
that
game.
music, like
Yeah.
it would reign supreme on the inside an arcade, like Bust a Move, or there was some always like a game that will like be louder than all the other games, and you'll be like, oh, like.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, da, 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 da. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it just takes me back immediately.
Okay. So another fighting games besides outside of like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 2, were like War Gods, you know, uh, Virtua Fighter, Virtua Cop. Played a bunch of Virtua Cop. And Lucky and Wild. Did you ever play Lucky and Wild?
Oh yeah, of course.
Lucky and Wild was another
Yeah.
classic.
I mean, that will catch your attention immediately, like it's like, oh, you can play with a buddy and one shoots the gun or two guns, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
one's like driving and
you could
shooting.
drive and shoot.
The other one's got two guns.
Or if you're like flexible enough with your
See,
toe.
Where's that game again? They should make
But
that game
it's
again. Like
hard-
a
I
Lucky
mean,
and Wild remake in the arcade would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can adopt it to controllers, like because
Or just,
they
you
never
know.
re-release it. I think it's Konami. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe we could look it up.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Let's look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, Lucky and Wild was a really popular one, of course.
Developer was Namco.
Oh, Namco. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah,
But
publisher
it's
is
one of the
Namco.
top tiers.
It's a shoot 'em up rail shooter. Yeah, and just like the whole display of that game was pretty awesome. It was pretty big.
I mean, the arcade is more than just the game. The arcade is the cabinet, it's the artwork.
It's true.
It's the lights. It's everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's fun to play arcade games on the on MAME, emulators, or on all the consoles that you
Yeah.
can play tons of all arcade games that they sell on the shop and stuff. But it's not the same as just being in front of the cabinet, of course,
No.
And I don't know, like I think I'm like, okay, whatever old console, I don't mind playing on the TV. Yeah, I wish I had a CRT and everything like proper with a hack SNES or something, whatever. But the arcade is like, yeah, it's the experience of being there and the noise and the people.
Oh
and
yeah.
it's just like intoxicating. And when before I came to Canada, I used to live downtown in Santiago, and there was an arcade, and I would go all the time with my buddy, like during lunch break also. And it was great just to have an arcade like a couple of blocks from home, big arcade with tons of games. I really enjoy that, like in my 30s, to be like, all right, like there's an arcade around home, and I can go now because my parents were like, you're not going by yourself to these arcades.
Well, that's the thing. It's like because
they were
there
silly.
was people
like,
dealing
yeah.
drugs
Like-
and like they were holding knives.
Maybe you will get mugged.
like,
It's true.
You know,
Like there was the possibility.
c'est dangereux.
The possibility was there. But I remember just going with friends to the arcade. It was so cool,
Oh, yeah.
because I didn't grow up like downtown. I grew up in the suburbs, so there was no arcade in my neighborhood.
So what games were you playing though? Like what games were you like?
Okay, so
wanting?
because there wasn't an arcade in my neighborhood, and like I would get like dropped off at school, like never really going downtown. The only times I would go to the arcade, sometimes with my dad, it was downtown with my dad, and I was like, "Let's go, please," and he would go. Actually, at an arcade, it was the first and I think only time I played Virtual Boy. They had
Okay.
it there, like
Weird.
yeah, like.
I mean, did it suck? Like
Yeah. But
It looks
I'll
like it
never
kinda
forget it.
sucks.
I'll never forget it. I remember where it was. Now it's like
Yeah.
a drugstore, of
what
course.
did you play on Virtual Boy?
I don't remember that though.
Yeah.
Whatever Battle Zone or something.
It was like a 3D
yeah.
early Star
yeah.
Fox kind of.
But
Speaking of Star Fox, he just
but-
turned
but-
30.
Sorry?
Star Fox just turned 30.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
dirty 30
We'll
for
talk
Star
about that
Fox.
later. But I think my fondest memories of arcades was when we would take like summer trips to the beach, and in that town in the 90s, there were like 4 arcade spots. So I mean, I loved it. Like every night we will walk around, we will go just walking around town, and we will go to the arcade, and it was so exciting. Even though I always had like an NES or SNES, I just go to the arcade and just play to
Yeah,
my
to go
heart's
like
content.
see what's up.
I go
Like
with my cousins, and we're all like in it. It was magic. Like it was
there was one time
good times.
I was in. I used to go down to South Carolina a lot when I was a kid. Like when we went, we would go to Hilton Head. And this one time we went there. I saw all this excitement coming from the arcade. It was at this Fuddruckers. It was called Fuddruckers, and it was like a restaurant, just like a circus with like a burger that served burgers basically. But they had an arcade there, and there was this guy that was like on Krang on like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was just like finishing it, and he was just
The
dying,
first
but he's
one?
loading more. Yeah, well, no, like the OG, like the one, like like with the it's not Turtles in Time. So when
Yeah,
it's,
just the original.
yeah, the original,
arcade
yeah.
game.
Yeah, and he was like going like sorry, I got like the NES one popped in my head for anyway. Yeah, it was just public quarters into it. Everybody was there's like 16 kids surrounding it and just like super pumped and like like cheering them on, and it was like it felt like like the movie The Wizard, like back those days, man.
Oh, dude, like it was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
sorry to answer your question. Which games did I play, or the ones I like? I love playing Wonder Boy. I will always play that one. I never finished it or anything, but I don't know. It was like a good platforming on the arcade, and you usually, I mean, the most popular ones in the 90s will be like beat 'em ups and fighting games, like more than platformers, right? And I remember playing the Simpsons game, all the Turtle games, more the original more than Turtles in Time on the arcade. To be honest, because of the time period, I think like maybe Turtles in Time came out a little after, or I wasn't going to the arcades that much back then, or whatever.
No, yeah, like man, Simpsons was another classic.
Yeah.
X-Men was like another killer one. And you know what I really loved about arcades too was they'd always have that tabletop game with like Pac-Man. That's just
Yeah,
like
and
you
a
could just
soccer
sit
game that
down
I
and
don't
like, you
remember.
know what I
And
mean?
there's a racing game. I don't remember the name now. Uh, that you will like put like puffs of smoke, so the other car will like start spinning around, and I don't remember the name. I'll put it on after edit. um, and but
Yeah.
I do remember this like being intimidated by Street Fighter because I don't know, I was like 8 or whatever. So still like kids that were like 11 or 12 seemed like big,
Hmm.
and like they seemed like teens playing Street Fighter 2 and they were good, and I was like, no, I'm not, I'm not gonna play that game. And I remember, I think we talked about this before, like the big sprites were so impressive to me. I'm
Yeah.
playing at home with Mega Man and it's like so tiny
Yeah.
and seeing this humongous sprite.
It's
Actually,
yeah.
by the same company, kudos to Capcom, and they're huge, and I'm like, holy! And what to say about Mortal Kombat? Like, it was such a phenomenon. I'll never forget when Mortal Kombat 2 came out on a city. Like, I was walking around, and I remember Mortal Kombat 2 is here. I couldn't look at the screen because I was like what 10 or whatever. So like I could barely see like one little piece of the screen, and I was still like, oh my god, it's Mortal Kombat 2! Like it's finally here. It was packed,
Oh,
and those things are cool that doesn't don't exist
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, like people in crowd are like I don't know. Remember we were like at that place down the road from here, and they had that Street Fighter 2 in the arcade, and you couldn't see the sides of the screen. Like other people couldn't see your fight. I
Oh
hate
yeah, it's
when they design
ridiculous.
arcade games like
What's the
that.
point?
Like, yeah, like why do I want the privacy?
You should
Like, I want to
enhance it.
see. Everybody should be seeing it. That was the whole thing with the
Yeah.
arcade. Was like people crowd around. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen the movie Joysticks?
No, I haven't.
It's a movie about an arcade, like back in the day. Just like it's just where people used to go to You know, but they used to have so many like crappy arcade games, like way back in the day, that were just like super,
Oh yeah,
super,
like I
you
dude, I
know,
love
low, just everything. You know, I don't know,
it's,
low budget,
but
low.
it's
You
a
know?
generational thing. I don't know. Like I love
Yeah,
arcade games, but I'm way more a fan of the like 90s arcade games than the 80s. You know, like some 80s, yeah, 80s, like late 80s, yeah, but early 80s arcade games, like I mean Frogger and stuff, they're cool, but I'm like I'll play them once and that's it. You know, like I mean, no, arcade games are repetitive and they want to take your money, but wow, like the all the art usually coming from Japan in the 90s, it was just spectacular. You know, like the pixel art there is amazing. You know, like usually it's just
yeah,
a feast for the eyes. You know, um, well, do you remember Killer Instinct?
yes,
It was a big thing as well, right?
dude. All these games were
Killer Instinct.
so
Sorry.
good. They were so good.
Dude, Killer
Like,
Instinct, the music. You remember the music? What like electric guitars? It was so fucking cool. And the NES version was, sorry, the SNES version was okay, but it wasn't the same. But it came
honestly,
with a 6 CD.
out of all of them, Mortal Kombat takes it because it's like I don't know.
But
I was into Slayer and stuff. Like you just got into
yeah,
heavy
but wait,
metal, you
I
know. And it came out. And it's like, what the hell is this? There's like lizards spitting. Like you know, you can fucking
lizards.
uppercut dudes into spikes and like I don't know. Johnny Cage is hilarious and like I love the art style. You know, I don't know.
But okay, let me ask you this. To see if you agree. Mortal Kombat 2 is the definitive one.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
way better than 1 and 3. It's good, but it's just something. It's different. It's off. I'll never forget when I saw 3 and fatalities. I was like, why are the two like skulls? There's like I see two thoraxes or thoraxes. I don't know the plural laying on the ground. Like doesn't make sense. It's just one body. Like
Yeah.
like it's just, something with the artwork and the direction and that character striker. Like like don't be a character with a gun. Nah. But 2 is
Yes.
that's
Yes.
the one.
It's,
That's the
I
one.
mean, Street Fighter 2 is amazing as well.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
Also, you were more on the Mortal Kombat
I
side
was
of
like,
the
I was
street.
just thought like to me visually as being like, holy crap! Like Killer Instinct came out after that, and I was like kind of more
Yes.
like, you're just copying the same thing, but Mortal Kombat already did it. Like, you know what I mean? It was nothing
No,
was
I
up
know.
to snuff after that for me.
Killer Instinct got interesting with the combo system. That's what they're
Yeah,
called to fame, I would say. I mean, and also the presentation was really cool and everything. You know, it was innovative, like
yeah.
movement, camera movement, and stuff like, and the cutscenes, everything. Um,
Did you ever like those like Virtua Fighter or like War
I
Gods?
was never really into them, maybe because I couldn't play them at home. And by the time I got a PS1, what you could play them, I would play some 3D fighters, but it was never my thing. You know, like I remember playing them in the arcade, and they look really cool. Soul Calibur, that's a bit later, but oh my god, amazing! Yeah, like
Yeah.
Sega really also really did interesting things in the arcade. Way more than Nintendo, I will say. You
Yeah.
know, Nintendo after like they just stopped releasing arcades after
I
the
guess
NES,
so. Yeah, like they
basically.
just went full. Like they're all
Yeah.
about handheld stuff. They're kind of
Yeah,
not ideal for them, I guess. But you know, I
yeah,
love Nintendo stuff. Like
yeah.
you
They
know,
have some arcade things like there's called Super Mario Versus and different things that you can play there. But um, sorry, another memory I wanted to mention. Like my grandparents had this like cottage in It was like it's like a small town near my hometown. It wasn't that far, like an hour away or something, but it was like really countryside. And they had the fucking most awesome arcade. The walls were painted as like the Mortal Kombat 1 layer basically. You know, like stones, you know?
okay.
And they had He-Man characters on the walls.
Oh
And
yeah.
dude, it was so awesome. And I remember going there one day with like this cousin of mine, and she was like a teenager, I guess, and she could see my excitement, I guess, and she gave me like I don't know, dude, like $5 on like coins. And he was like,
You
"Wow!
just
Like I
went to
never
town.
played this match before, you know. Like it
Yeah.
was amazing.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget it. Thank you,
You know
Gloria.
what?
Thank
Like,
you.
I was at a movie recently, actually a couple years ago, and they had this amazing, insane Transformers game. Like you know how like arcades are kind of lousy. Like they're everywhere now. Like it's just like half the half these bars are barcades and stuff. They are totally different because they're not separate from everything, right? Like they used to be like this is an arcade. You might have an arcade game in the pizza shop, right, or something
Or
like, or in
two
the back of
arcades,
a, or
like
in the back
a
of a
couple.
like variety store. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you like you might have had that. You didn't really have what's going on with like them having a bars. The only
yeah,
bar one that used to be forever was Golden Tea,
yeah.
right? And so you have just like I don't know. You
But
have like
it works differently, right? Like
it different. It's different now, but nonetheless, there still are barcades out there,
oh yeah, yeah.
right? Like, so what would you recommend anyone to go? Give me two barcades that you recommend.
Before the pandemic, I used to go to Danda's Video a bunch because they have an NES with like uh, a cartridge with like tons of games, and you can just play there. I don't think I think they have like one arcade, but I haven't been there since the pandemic. But I hope they're still open. It was cool. Like I remember going there and beating Mario One like in around six
Yeah.
minutes. It was a good run, but that's what the audience is saying. The ghosts. No, but I don't know. Like I think Tail had a fire, and they're not like
Yeah, Tilt.
right.
Apparently, what I heard about that was that they had a flood happen with the video games and they got destroyed and everything just went to shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks. Like that part
yeah.
was cool. Like
I don't. That's what I had heard. Wind, and it was just it's unfortunate, and I don't know. I don't think half the barcades like the only barcades that I could think of. Like, I mean, I went to the barcade in Brooklyn, and it was pretty neat because it was like they had a big bar and they had like a stage, but all the arcades games were all the old 25-cent games. Like they were Frogger, Cubert's in there, like 1942. I think you had like Double Dragon. Like you know what I mean? You had a bunch that were all the old ones that used to cost 25 cents. That was pretty awesome. And like
and
they
you
were,
would still pay that to play them.
yeah, like they were just you go in and you could get a beer, and right next to the video game there's like these little like wooden slots you can put your beer on. So you're playing and you can be drinking and playing. It's great.
I was gonna mention that I went to a barcade in New York years ago. I don't remember the name though. I should have checked my Google timeline or something before, but alas, maybe it was that. I mean, it was in Manhattan, so but I don't know.
Yeah, see, mine was in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was that was the first one. I don't remember the name. I'll put it in edit. um, but that was the first one I ever went to because there weren't a thing in Chile really. Like arcades kind of like went away. And also in Chile, you never got like an arcade at like a convenience store. That wasn't like a common thing to see. It was just an arcade, or maybe, but they will have like a few outside. Um, but that was the first one I ever went to, and I remember the little pieces of wood they put in between the arcades, right, to put your beer or whatever. And that was the first time I'm seeing that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. Like, you can drink and play arcades. Um,
Yeah, it's the greatest.
yeah. Get well also. I mean, I don't think like it's
Kidwell's
like
pretty
a
good.
barcade.
They got the
They have some, but
Simpsons beat them up in the back
yeah,
for
yeah,
free.
yeah. It's nice that
And
they
that's
have
pretty
that
sweet. And they
one.
have some good games there. They rotate games there a lot too.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Like they got pinball too, which I like, but I'm
They
not
should
like super crazy.
they
about
should buy
pinball as
the
much
Ninja
as-
Turtles one from the convenience store.
Yeah, there's
Right?
like right across the street from my house.
Needs
There's this
rescue.
guy
Let's do
that
a
has
Patreon.
he has the original OG turtles in the back, and it's just like piling stuff on it, and it's just. I've asked to buy it off him. He says that he won't. He doesn't want to like separate it with it, but he's just like ruining it. I just I
Let's
think
do
we
a
should just go make
GoFundMe
we need
to
make an-
rescue
we need to
the.
make an operation happen. We're
Yeah.
gonna blast out a wall and take take, but I don't know where we're gonna put it. But we'll figure it out. First we got to get it, then we'll figure out. the story that I want to know, the story that I want to mention about the barcade story was when I was traveling across the states with my brother Mike, and we were driving. He was driving. I had lost my license, so Mike had to drive the whole way. But it was my car, and I was paying for like hotels and everything. But we stopped off in Boise, and we went to this basement bar called Space Bar, and it was probably I don't know had it was like had way more vibes than any other barcade I've ever been to. It had like Donkey Kong tournaments, you know what I mean, like big like Tetris tournaments, and you could see that like they had couches, they had tons of different consoles available with like all the best stuff. You had all you had all your consoles basically available. And PC stuff if you really wanted to do it. But then it would always also reach back to like the OG pinball machines of like 1940s like Star Trek. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like you would also have, and like all of these things are operational. So Mike immediately goes to Pac-Man and starts playing Pac-Man, and I'm like hopping around. I'm trying out pinball. I tried out Smokey and the Bandit. I remember that. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but it's yeah, it's pretty OG. Yeah, I was playing Smokey and the Bandit. Anyway, I turn around and Mike's like, "Yep, I did it." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "First place. You got high score on Pac-Man at Spacebar." And we're like walked out like champions. I basically had him on my shoulders. So
Oh
like
my.
and then Mike kind of got back into Pac-Man for a little bit. But yeah, yeah. I hope that Pac-Man score still stands strong at Spacebar. I
I
hope it's
mean,
there.
I think if you unplug the machine, it just gets erased, right?
I don't know.
That's why I love the Seinfeld episode
Oh,
of
Frogger,
Frogger, but
and it's
like
like
like that score will have never been there. Like it's one on the Seinfeld cloud.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry to be nitpicky.
That's
Still
a
love
great
it. It's a fucking amazing episode.
arcade stories, right?
I was gonna ask you, do you remember like when I don't know, like after '95, like after the Street Fighter 2 like wave, like did you still went to the arcades or you just stop going?
I don't like. I mean, I stopped. Maybe I would go check, like, play video games whenever I would over so often it was there. I wouldn't like seek out arcades though. But like the idea of like having it back is awesome when you know it's gone. Like I really wish that we could still have that. Like that was a big part of being a kid was the arcade. For us.
Yeah, now like I was in Niagara recently, and the the arcades are just games with tickets. There's no like video games anymore at the arcade. It just
Yeah,
is. I mean, they can be fun, and there's like some VR stuff and whatever, but like there's no just fun without the intent of getting a ticket to get a prize. Not just to play because you wanna play. And I get it. Everyone can play on their phones or whatever, but
it's
yeah, of
just
course it makes you nostalgic for those days or
yeah.
those
Like it's not
venues.
it's not badass anymore. It's not dangerous.
So dangerous. Remember the rat hole,
Yeah,
or
the
maybe
rat
there's a better translation, but
the
dude,
rat hole.
and guys were smoking cigarettes, and I had a cousin that would go to those places, and he would smoke cigarettes at like 13, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so badass!" Like, yeah, dude.
Bird, bo,
Oh yeah.
bird to the bone, right? No, yeah, like
The danger can be underestimated. It was like, dude, holy, like, wow, yeah. But good time, good times. I don't know how you could bring them back. Like, I mean, barcades are just the way to they're surviving, right? Like,
they are. It's
yeah,
one of the ways that video games are kind of put into social settings. I guess these days, like I mean, it's more family orientated when you have a lot of like you have like the little arcade at the go kart spot. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
or like whatever. You have this and that. I don't know. There's
But
it's
I think
good.
a
I don't know.
barcade,
It's good. I
uh,
like it. I like it like that. Where it's at bars and stuff, you can have some drinks and have fun. Like places like Tilt and what Space Bar was definitely is like super like awesome. Like making it a community almost with it, right? Like it was really I don't know one of the best I've seen when it comes to barcades. Pretty much.
yeah,
I
that
don't know if it's still there.
they'll always work because why people even that don't play video games often they can have fun. Like the arcade games are supposed to be simple to pick up. That's why, right? Like you start over, so they need to be like boom.
Yeah.
So people can enjoy it, and sometimes these places also have like couches with consoles and stuff. Sorry, you asked me about a couple, and last Saturday I went to see Escapade at the Junction, and it was awesome. Like
Wait,
I play,
Escapades? What's it called?
yeah, it's the Junction,
Okay.
and uh, I played Guitar Hero
Nice.
and a wrestling game like WWE in 2019 or something. I
Uh,
sucked, but Guitar Hero was really fun, and I'm like, dude, like, I'm sure if they sold new ones for the Switch, it will work. Like, but shout out to that bar. It was pretty good, and they had a lot of tons of stuff. Yeah,
Okay, now I have two stories.
shoot them.
Because, okay, so there was this place I used to go to all the time when I was a kid on my birthday, and it's called Wally World, and it was like a water slide park, and it was like the best fucking water slides ever. Best wave pool, amazing lazy river, go karts, pretty sweet arcade. They had that old school WWF one with the big sprites, like the black outline sprites.
Oh
What's it
yeah,
called? What's that one?
Superstars,
Is
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
WWE Superstars.
yeah, yeah.
And that game
Yeah.
was awesome. And the other one was there was used to be on the resort that we used to hang out when I was a kid. There was an arcade, and I used to run and kick the arcade, and I'd get free games.
Kick the
Like
arcade.
run at like full speed and like karate kick it, and it'd be like diddly it, and I'd like have like a free fucking life, and I'd play, and then I'd lose, and I'd kick it some more because I was just bored and full of energy and piss and vinegar and whatever the hell.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I can see it.
But, yeah, and one time I was there, and like the guy had like left the door unlocked, and they left the big bucket of quarters, and so we just like took the quarters and like just got like loaded the other games up. But there was like one cowboy game that was kind of cool.
What,
There was like a
Sunset
racing
Riders?
game.
You
I don't
remember
know.
that one?
What's
Oh,
that?
dude, Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders. I think
Yeah.
uh,
Konami.
I don't know if it was that.
It's like Ninja Turtles and the Wild West.
Yeah, but it
I
wasn't.
mean, you shoot and stuff, but
No, I think it was like way worse than that. I think it was like it was pretty
Oh,
shit.
no, that one is awesome. We'll talk about
Yeah.
Sunset Riders in depth. 2 episodes, a two-parter about Sunset Riders. I mean, it should be on the eShop. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, or on any. I don't think it's on anything.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Lots of good arcade memories that, yeah, like there. I loved playing like that part aspect of like gaming in my life, just being like going to like, they still like they were it was like light years ahead graphic wise, like, you know what I mean. Remember like the Capcom like fighting game with like the X-Men, like Cyclops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were. I
that
mean, the
game
first
was
one was
amazing.
X-Men.
Yeah, that game was
They
another
had
one.
they
that
had
was-
a bunch of games with X-Men. I mean, they still do.
Those games are fantastic.
I remember
Yeah.
that like era. I was a bit older, and we will go to this mall with my parents, and that game was there, you know. And those games in that like '95 era, and the sprites were like much more fluid, you know, and they will jump high, and I was like, wow, like fighting games where you can like really take off and jump really high, you know.
Yeah.
That was so impressive,
Like
like the freedom of movement.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Like in
yeah,
that game,
like
def-
all
yeah.
the Marvel versus Capcom and
Like all the
Mar-
mix-ups, what they would do with Street Fighter 2 is awesome. I
Yeah.
love that direction they were going. It felt like everything was coming together, and like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like all these worlds were coming together. Like this is like awesome. What's gonna be next? And then it just kind of didn't happen again. But
I mean those games are still, but
not
Marvel
until
vs.
Mario and
Capcom-
Rabbids.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask you.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you this in that era also. In Chile, in the arcades you could go. They had consoles, so you could pay like I don't know. In Chile, it was 100 pesos usually, which it would be like less than a quarter. You know, it was like 10 cents maybe
Yeah.
or whatever. But so you could play, but it was timed, right? Because any console game won't have a permanent game over, right? Like you can always press start and continue, right?
It's true.
So the
Yeah.
way to like cut it, it was timed, you know. And on
Yeah.
one of those ones, it was the first time I ever played Donkey Kong Country, and I was like, "Oh my god, Dad, please, please!"
Yeah. Man, Donkey Kong
It was
Country-
like next level, and the first
Oh,
time,
man.
ironically, I played it was the arcade. You know, like it was so. I don't know.
Where-
I was just like,
Where is Donkey Kong? You
oh,
know?
but wait, before we answer that, did you had something like that in Canada, or that's something just in Chile? You think? I think it was just Super Nintendo. They would put.
I don't really
to play.
remember any of that. I remember just it being in homes and not ever any kind of yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Nintendo
They
didn't
would-
approve this. Like they just
They did. I
hacked
think
it.
they did it like McDonald's with N64.
Nintendo for sure didn't approve in this little dinky arcade shit. Also, like yeah, hack our Super Nintendo and put a timer on it. Go ahead, buddy.
That's awesome. I
Approve.
like that. That feels arcadish.
Oh, it
You know what
was.
I mean?
Oh,
That's
okay.
like
Another thing. Do you remember the Street Fighter 2 hacks?
no.
Dude, they were so popular in Chile. You will have arcades with just the hacks and different ones.
Okay.
So the hacks were like you could change the character while you were playing with the start button, and you could do like Hadoukens and from the air or do a Shoryuken, and it will shoot out like a wall of Hadoukens. So it was just like hacked to shit, and people loved it, and it was so played. I think it was popular in all over South America, like they would call it the Rainbow like edition, I think, and it was like ridiculous, like super speedy, and you could just change characters and like frenetic, you know. And I don't know. I guess people still play it, but I remember as a kid being like confused, like what, like why does the game look like that? Like I guess that's the first ROM hack I ever saw. But do you want to talk about arcade ports?
I mean, sure if you want.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I mean, what like?
No, no. Just the fact that it's they were great arcade ports back in the day, right? Like Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo. You know, Street Fighter 2 also on Genesis as well. Um, but now we're in after many years, like you can basically play them at home. You know, so like those arcade ports kind of become obsolete because why would you play the lesser version now if you can play the original? You know.
Okay.
But with some games, it's different. Like Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo has different stages, you know. Like
Yeah,
sometimes they
it
put
looks
their own.
different.
It's like cooking, and they put a little spice here, you know. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like make it, and that's really commendable as well, you know. Like the
Cheeseburger,
effort it
cheeseburger
took,
from McDonald's
you know?
versus a cheeseburger from Burger King. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like some companies will take the time and make like good arcade ports and just like change them enough and stay with the limitations. But it's very commendable that they tried, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you see it. Well, on the Nintendo, on the Super Nintendo Online, on the Switch, you have like Rival Turf and stuff that's like arcade ports. I don't know why they put those games in. I mean, they're kind of fun, but like
Yeah.
they're kind of like odd choice. But all right, I'll take it. But yeah, but that's not a thing anymore. Like it's not like oh, we need to adapt this massive game to our console. The console and more the console than PC maybe now dictates, you know, like the market, you know, like the ports are on the Switch now, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of the Switch, what have you been playing?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Um, I just finished the Mummy Demastered.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like 2017 by Way Forward, metroidvania, and it's based on. I think I mentioned it last time, like, right? It's not like the Mummy with the Rock. It's like the Mummy from like the 20s or something. They released like some new movies. I
Okay.
guess you know that universe. Like, I don't know how it's called. Like with like other
Nah.
monsters. But anyway,
Okay.
well, put it in, edit, and Metroidvania, yeah, and it was short, like less than 5 hours, and it wasn't hard. Like I died like 5 times. But it was fun. It's basically like Super Metroid, like all like the movement. It was really similar. The dashes and stuff. Like
Nice.
the pixel art was really nice, and like the music was good. Yeah, but it was too easy and kind of like predictable. Like once you learn like one way to like break a wall or something, like there's
Yeah.
nothing after, especially after playing Circle of the Moon that has so many possibilities. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this one looks really nice and everything, but and also like, oh my god, I had this thing.
Yeah.
Every time you save, you go to the save room like in any Metroidvania. It says saving, and then it's like stops the gameplay, and it's like prim, like a little rectangle. It says save now, and I'm like, why do they do that? Why do they stop the gameplay? Don't take me out of it. Don't just pause it for a second. Like just put saving below or something. Let me always control the character. I don't want to stop, and I hated that. Like every time you will pick something, pring,
Hmm.
and that's this like rectangle,
Okay.
And that game is not that old. It's 2017. I'm like, all right, like I don't know. That really irritated me. Like just stopping the game, even if I'm not the save. I can understand it on older games that need like time to save, But we're talking about new games. You can just save it in the background and
Yeah.
just give me, like
Like this isn't an
give
old
me.
game. This isn't from 2006
No,
or
this is
whatever. I
2017,
know.
and just
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah.
Let me just move. Let me just jump
Yeah.
around the save spot, even if I can't do anything. Like just the sense of losing control. Like,
Yeah.
why do you stop it?
So that's like
Also, I
is
know, Mark, the options are, well, they leave a
disappointing.
lot to be desired, buddy. What can I tell you? No rewind, nothing,
Dushan has a thing for
nothing.
the options. If the listener must know that every time you play a game, before you press start on the game, you open the options to check on the options.
That's the rule. Of course, like it tells you how much the developer cared to give you options and make you comfortable playing the game, or being like, no, fuck you, this is how it's played. Okay, Nintendo does it usually, but they nail it every time. They allow you to change little things, like on Breath of the Wild, they allow you to change the jump button to B, which if it didn't, like, oh no,
Oh.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. B is jump.
So they still give you some options, but there's no like main like Mario game, for example, that lets you remap the whole control. They just don't do that. They're like, this is how you play, and if you don't like it, well,
Yeah.
well, I guess the Switch lets you remap the control now, but it's still super annoying to get. It's like a lot of menus inside. It's not just like press home and select a new one and boom. Which Nintendo, if you're listening, I know you are. Hey Shigeru, I know you're listening. Put that on the home menu where like the volumes are. Let me swap the control configurations on the fly. Like, why do you make me grab a shovel from the shovelware and just dig through your options to change that? No, come on. But the Mummy Master, yeah, like I will get it on a sale. Just play it once. Like
It's worth it,
again,
eh?
like the artwork was beautiful. Like I
Yeah.
love the pixel art. The bosses look cool, but they were too easy, and also like the, even the last one didn't have like two stages. Like the attacks you see at the beginning, it just all the attacks, and I'm like, come on, like maybe Circle of the Moon spoiled me with all this
Yeah.
creativity,
It's
like,
tough,
dude, like, yeah.
See,
Yeah,
so that's the thing about Circle of the Moon too is it's hard and
it's
it's got
hard.
so much
Gotta
option
grind.
to figure your way through that, and it's hard.
Another point about, remember we talked about this not in the podcast. So I don't know why I say it. When a metroidvania has experience, the sense of backtracking and everything gets lessened, or like the burden, because you're still making progress killing enemies because it
Yeah.
gives you experience.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't feel like you're totally wasting your time. But
Level it
on a
up.
game like the Mummy Master or other games, I mean, some of them can balance it, but like when you're backtracking and stuff, you're like, I'm not gaining anything. No,
You
no,
know,
no coins, no experience, nothing. And I'm like, wasting my time.
you know what I always say. You always have to have a Metroidvania on the go.
That's rule number 2.
Yeah. I've been playing Hollow Knight, and yeah, it's been fantastic. I really grinded on it. I got dove into that game one night, and I was on it for about 5 hours, and got past the first couple bosses. Really looking forward to taking my time though, stepping away. But I really love the graphics, the sound. It's a really sound like great, like everything. There's not much music. It's just ambient kind of stuff going on. Like it does pump it up sometimes. It's not a constant music all the time, which is great.
I think that's by design, right? Like,
Yeah.
because good point that you say, like the squish and
Yeah.
it's great.
Uh,
Like it
this-
feels,
see, for me-
it's just satisfaction, right? Like,
I'm so ass
not
backwards.
this. Sorry for doing that.
I'm so I'm so ass backwards with my game. It's like I played Tales of Iron last year, or and it was one of my favorite games last year for sure, hands down. And was thought this game's so original, and I play Hollow Knight. And I'm like, obviously, like there's a definite influence on that with like the bugs and the enemies and like the being bugs and all of that. Just had the same kind of Flash feel too, but yeah,
Oh,
I've
you're
been
right,
been
because-
really liking it. It's the character that travel character, that big bug. It's like a spider. It's so rad. Like when I saw that for the first time, I was like, I love this game. I love it.
Yeah, I finished Hollow Knight I think last year or the year prior I think, and I really enjoyed it. It has its own identity, and it has spawned many copycats. Like a lot of games try to emulate it, and I mean whatever. Like I think it will be better if they try to go for their own thing. And this this studio, which I don't remember the name now, Edit, they really nailed it, and I think the sequel is gonna be great. And they can just keep like perfecting this formula because it has its own particular take, like and like you said, like the sound and the ambience is really important. It's like a game that would be good to play with headphones, like to hear all the like drops falling on the caverns and things, right?
Of course. Yeah, it's just it's one. I'm excited for the sequel. This is gonna be
Oh
a
yeah, it's
great
gonna be
year
good.
for sequels because you have Blasphemous 2 coming out as well, and so I'm ready for Blasphemous 2 because I finished Blasphemous 2, 1. Hollow Knight hasn't finished yet, so I'm kind of working away at it here. And yeah, I think that I'll give it another couple pushes, and I'll be able to finish it.
I haven't even thought of Blasphemous 2. I really hope they. I love Blasphemous, but I really hope they speed up the movement a little bit. Like I loved it, but I always felt like I wish I could go like a little bit faster, Uh, but I think that's all because like they nailed the art and everything,
Oh yeah,
All everything else is fantastic. Just give me 25% X. No, just a little snappier.
yeah. It's I don't know. I really like the story too. So far, all the characters are coming up pretty well. Like that's another thing too. Now, like I like to pay attention to is how is the story playing out. Um, yeah. Yeah, I was really like, man, I've been playing, only dipped my toe a little bit in Metroid Prime Remastered. Like
I went to GameStop and they didn't have it. But
yeah,
I'll get it from
I
Game
gotta get
Mania.
to work on
Shout out to Game Mania High Park.
and
I'm gonna
the
get it from you guys.
so I was gonna talk about that, but I have to talk about Minish Cap because it's all that's everything to me
Oh
right now.
yeah, yeah.
And
Give me because okay. First, for the listener, you never played a no school Zelda, right? Like you just played Breath of the Wild. You never played
I've
the.
played the first Zelda, but I never finished it,
Okay, but
and
this
I
is like
didn't
when this.
care. I don't remember. I didn't remember
Okay,
any
like
of
when
it.
you were a kid, not recently.
Yeah,
I never played Link to the Past,
no,
nor the Game Boy games.
no.
Okay, so this is okay. So take it away.
So apparently, this in the plot of the overall plot, the arc of Zelda doesn't mean anything. And it's like you take on this sorcerer, right? And it's not what's his face.
Ganon?
Yeah, it's not Ganon, right? And it's like
I
it's
don't remember. Is it like a
yeah,
side story?
it's like another dude
Maybe.
that you're fighting that shows up, and I love the graphic style in this. I love the maps. I love everything that's on it. I love how it looks like it's. But you'll be happy to know that I've been playing it handheld, right? Just
Oh, interesting.
yeah, because I put it down on my thing and I'll play with my Pro, but I'll be playing it and then like watching TV in the background or something. Right? But like,
Also, you will still play with the controller,
yeah,
not
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
Joy-Cons on the Switch.
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Why not?
Yeah, but I'm still, but I like it looking at it handheld, and it's because it's Game Boy Advance, and it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
it does
what I
look.
mean?
It does
So
look better on a small
I just,
screen.
I
Like,
just think I was like, I'm
yeah.
starting to like, you know, play my Switch a little more handheld than docked, I guess nowadays. But yeah. Anyway, really love it. Love the whole miniature shrinking thing and that the whole map and how you can look at them in two different perspectives, I guess. And then love all the new power ups you're getting. I'm only past the second boss, right? So I'm past the fire boss. I got the fire element.
So what power ups do you have? Like, I don't refresh my memory because I
Well, I've
finished
got the wand that can flip things upside down. I've got the boomerang. I've got the sword, the white sword, that can like smash rocks and pots,
Okay.
and I can do the spin attack, and I've got the fast shoes now. I got the Pegasus shoes, so I can like take off real quick. But I'm starting to realize how much like obviously Rogue Heroes took from that. That game
Of course.
is crazy.
It's
Right?
basically that, but I mean, all those, I mean, they come from the first one, right? But like, I would say like Link to the Past cemented that formula, you
Yeah.
know, and every other game and the Link's Awakening and the Oracle games on GBC, they're all deviate from that, right? But Minish Cap is really fun. Like I think I played it like twice, and it's always been a good time. Like it's so creative. It's just Nintendo at its best. But
Yeah.
okay, this is a little
Fantastic
tidbit.
game.
This is a little tidbit for you. I don't know if you or maybe you saw it when you started it. The Capcom was involved in the development of that game.
Yes.
So
I
it's
did see that.
it's a really interesting combo, and
Yeah.
they knocked it out of the park with that one. Like it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like fun story, and like it's different. It's a little off the beaten path for what Zelda usually does.
Yeah, it's
Which
a
I
bit more lighthearted,
appreciate, You know what I mean?
right?
I don't. It's a side
I mean-
story. The other one I got to play next. My next Zelda, I think, is Majora's Mask. I think I gotta do it because I
No.
don't. I've never played it.
Okay, but wait.
and It's about
No,
his kids.
Stop,
you know.
stop. Stop right there. Stop right there, Mark. I'm not going to allow this. I want everyone to know you have to play Ocarina of Time before playing Majora's Mask. Come on. Like, don't. No.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah, it's
It
a
just
sequel.
doesn't
It's a
look as
direct sequel.
fun. Like you got the mask, the guy's doing the crazy stuff, and like Orca-Time's like, I'm on a horse. Like,
Come on, dude. The horse. Okay, Breath of the Wild feels better,
I'm
but
judging it off the
it's
trail.
just such a classic, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting me excited about Zelda for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I started playing another game last night. What's the name? Donut Country. Yeah.
Oh, you got Donut Country.
Yeah. No, dude. I do what I told you I do.
Take it easy with that
sometimes.
game because it's really short.
Yeah. No, I
and
figured.
Easy to finish.
I
but
figured.
super fun.
I did what I sometimes do. I just sort my games by last play, and I go to the bottom where all the they're like, hey, you miss me. So I was just checking those out. I'm like, I had this game forever, and I'm like, all right. And first I put it on, and I can see that I have to move a cursor. And just for the record, I hate moving cursors with the analog stick. Like, just rather do it with the mouse. Like, there's no question about it. I'm always like, but okay, some point and click games have snap with the D-pad, which is really nice, and you can move the character with the analog, so that's perfect. But if I have to drag it around, I'm like, okay, I'm playing on the TV, of course. But yeah, like it's really funny. Like the style is nice, and it's really addictive. It's like I don't want to say an opposite Katamari because you do get big, but it's like I don't know, the other side of the coin, because with Katamari you get big by rolling this ball and it gets like huge. And here you're just sucking stuff. It's like pit. But it's really addictive. It feels good when you get it. And the puzzles are fun. It's real very lighthearted and chill. You don't need to like worry about timing or anything.
Yeah.
And I love that. I'm having fun, but after a while I'm playing handheld on the couch, and I'm like, oh well, I have it on my hand, boom, and you can play it touch.
Okay, I do.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so I'm like, well, I totally forgot that some games have touch screen.
I mean, yeah, there's
and
like
I'm
a
like,
lot.
this is awesome. It was a little bit delayed, I gotta say, but I'm like, I love that there's still an option to do that, and you can just basically
Yeah.
play even without the Joy-Cons, just like with the Switch by itself, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Donut Country, it's fun, it's chill. Like I don't want to be stressed sometimes playing games until it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Switch Up and they were showing this footage of this game that was just like this missile command. It looked like an old one, but like he said they were talking about how using that
Oh
for
yeah, I
touch.
saw that one. I mean,
Using that
you
for
saw
touch
that,
and how that
video?
would change how like those
Yeah.
OG arcade games are getting everything's changing because now there's touch screen, and so it's changing the whole game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
becoming a lot more fun in a different way of playing it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
don't-
I saw that
you
video,
know-
but I don't. What was the name of that one?
I think it was called Missile Command. I
Yeah.
think something.
But it looked like all like synth wavy.
It was really
with the
old. It
purples,
looked like-
yeah. It's like
uh,
a remake, right? Like yeah.
What was that? What's that old Scorched Earth?
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah,
had
yeah.
like those vibes going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, those are that's the new games we've been playing, I guess. as far as
I
like,
mean, not that new, but that new for us.
yeah, I mean they're not new. Like we're just talking
Sorry,
about what we've
we're
been playing,
like
and
you won't find cutting edge here. It's just like we go by feel. Like some stuff. I mean, we're gonna play Metroid Prime.
yeah.
I'm gonna play when I get it physical for sure, and we'll comment about that. I'm really excited to play that one.
Mm. Yeah, I think that things have been interesting with what's going on. What do you think of this whole Xbox Switch situation? I think it's interesting. I'm
They
kind of
mentioned
excited about it.
they mentioned something months prior about bringing Call of Duty to the Switch. So I mean, it wasn't that surprising, but like I mean, I think this is a new statement, but making it more clear. Okay, we're going ahead with this, and I don't know. It's really crazy to think that one day you will see two opposite companies. I mean, opposite. I mean, in the console race, being like, all right, we're gonna release these games on your console. Because
What do
it's.
you think the Xbox exclusives that are going to be available are?
Oh, I don't know if they'll do exclusive. That will be crazy. Okay, I think the only reason they're releasing Call of Duty is because it was a third-party uh, franchise.
Okay, so it's just Call
Like
of Duty.
Activision. It was Activision before, so Call of Duty was like on everything really. Um, so I think that's why they want to bring it to the Switch because no, but they haven't said, oh, we're gonna bring Halo to the Switch. That would be crazy. Like I would be like, holy, like I would be excited for that and be like,
They've just been buddies, though,
that
right?
would be. And I
Like
don't
they've
think
been like no borders. They're totally fine. I don't know. It seems like that. It
my
seems that like at least Xbox being really nice to Nintendo because they're letting Nintendo be able to play like Modern Warfare, which is going to be awesome. And I hope that that's cross-platform. I mean, I don't know if it is or isn't. Like, why?
I
Like,
don't know.
they didn't do that with GoldenEye.
Yeah, no, and
You
there are
know,
different versions on each console. I mean, Microsoft is not doing that well in the console because they don't really have new exciting games, and Sony is always releasing like God of War or Last of Us or whatever. Um, but Nintendo is its own thing, like they
yeah,
can just like exceed
they
its
just
own
keep doing
power,
Mario,
like just Mario,
reinvent.
Zelda, Metroid, and whatever, Smash Bros,
Yeah,
Pokemon, and whatever, and they keep it going.
yeah.
They don't need anyone really, but I'm glad they're open to it. And yeah, I'm curious to see because like the latest Call of Duties are like I don't know, big AAA games with like crazy graphics that on the Switch. Ooh, it's gonna look very Vaseline. Like
Yeah.
the shadows are gonna be worse than usual. Like jaggedy, jaggedy show. But okay,
Stop
wait.
looking at the
Oh,
shadows.
the shadows are the
You are
terror
a
on the
villain.
Switch. Like when it's like oof, when it's like dropping quality. It's expected. So I think they should really I don't know. It's just my thought. They should release like older Call of Duties on the Switch, like the 360 one, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare One, like and stuff like
Modern
that.
Warfare 2.
Like all those ones could run
2
nicely
and
on the
3 are
Switch,
the
but like
ones.
the latest ones with like for PS4 or 5, I don't think. I mean, Doom and Doom Eternal run on the Switch, so who
Yeah.
knows, right? Like
Yep.
they have to get panic button on there because Microsoft does it. Nah, or maybe I hope it's not cloud version. If it was cloud, forget it. Like no, unplayable.
Yeah. I don't know if exciting to see what's gonna happen. I hope it's more than just like Call of Duty.
It's an
I
interesting
know it's going to be
partnership.
Call of Duty, but it'd be fun if it was just more than just multiple games, other games too. Like, hey,
Like
bridge the gap.
from the top of your head, which Microsoft or Xbox games would you be excited to see on the Switch? Like, but that that are Microsoft exclusive.
I have no idea. Like, I
Like,
don't
did you ever
know.
play Gears of War?
Yeah, I
Those were
played like
really
once.
popular in the 360.
Yeah, it was all right. It's
But that's like
fun.
Microsoft. Like, but I can't think of anything other than Halo. Halo is the only one that would be like, oh, if they release like a trilogy with the first three games or
Yeah.
something, or like the Metroid Prime treatment on Halo on the Switch, printing money. Do you ever play Halo? I mean, I just played like one. I played only the first one.
I gotta
I
see
never
about
had an Xbox, but I played it on
Xbox.
PC.
I gotta see about Xbox exclusives because it's gonna bug me.
Viva Piñara. That's an Xbox exclusive. Yeah.
Sea of Thieves. See, I've never played Gears of War. I've never played like any of these really. I have Ori. I did Starfield. Yeah, I think it's just Gears of War. Killer Instinct, maybe Killer Instinct.
Yeah, the Nuclear
I
Instinct
think
is
it's Killer Instinct.
exclusive.
But yeah, like I don't know, the games aren't that amazing. You know, like
Yeah, I
they
don't get
really
that
like it's.
excited.
I've never like new Gears of War. I don't like. There's so many better gunner games in that game. You
I
know.
mean, they were like the big first ones, but this is like the whole genre of like third-person brown macho games, and there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, some of them are great, but like you have to like swim through because there were a lot during that era. But I'm excited about that, and I'm excited also that Sony's releasing their games on Steam. It's
That's
like
cool.
breaching bridges, like back
Yeah,
in the day,
that's
back in the 80s
they.
and
That's
80s,
a power move.
you
Holy
would
cow!
never see that, like cooperation like that, or like, okay, we're gonna release this, like, oh, Sony, I can, the dream is Metal Gear Solid on the Switch, like 1 through 4, or maybe, or even 1 to 3, and I'm happy. Like, oh
Well,
my
you're
god,
starting
that
to
would
get
be
your
just
you're
like,
starting to get your Metroid Primes.
no,
They're
yeah, but
starting
I
to
mean that's a pipe dream. That will never happen. Never. Like Konami, like buried Metal Gear Solid, and they just do pachinko with Solid Snake to humiliate Kojima. Oh, Konami.
How many pachinko machines will it take to make you do Metal Gear Solid again? How many pachinko machines will it take, Konami? How many?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it will take. Like someone to like just ascend through the ranks and rescue all our beloved properties. Like I don't know how this turned into a run about Konami, but oh, Konami, you're not doing great.
What do you think about the Mario movie coming out?
Oh, I'm excited. I know it's gonna be. I think Nintendo had a lot of oversight here, and it's after the first movie. I guess they were really reserved on doing another movie. So something must have convinced them to do this movie. So I think it was like they saw something really great in this. So I have like hope that it's good. I think the Boy Scout it's good, and it looks like a proper movie, and it's the best way to do it, not with live action. And dude, if this can prompt like a wave of, dude, like a Zelda and a Metroid movie, oh my god, Star Fox, it would be amazing to have movies on all these properties. Like if they can nail this one, I think that we can see that in the future, and that's
Well,
very
like
exciting, right?
video game movies are becoming, Pikachu Detective is probably the
Yeah,
best
that
one.
was really well
Sonic
rated,
2
right?
was well rated. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you have a lot of video game movies coming out, even just like cross bridging, like with Last of Us being a huge hit show.
Oh, that yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
incredible. And Castlevania having a
Yeah,
cartoon on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's
I have to
all.
watch it. We should
I've
watch.
been watching the Castlevania.
Okay,
It's been
I'm
awesome.
gonna watch it and we'll talk about it in like 3 more episodes or
It's
something.
almost as good as Circle of the Moon.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
It's no Circle of the Moon. It's like if there's one good, it's good, bad, or it's Circle of the Moon good.
Okay, and also Mark has to play the other GBA games, and finally to graduate, he'll play Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see anything about this Zelda leak online?
No,
I
I'm
didn't
not
look
gonna
at.
listen to you actually right now. I'm gonna cover my ears. Like,
I didn't look at any of it.
I would like to be spoiled.
I didn't look at
no
any of it.
spoilers, please.
But it really questioned. It really questioned the whole idea of the spoiler to me. Like what spoils things for you? And I was talking to you about this earlier about like how video games, when they usually are like there's the trailer for the video game, it usually shows a spoiler right away. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in the trailer to make sure that you're like, oh, that looks awesome.
I mean, they have to
Right?
show you a bit of pompous, right? It's like with movies, but they have to be careful of not. I mean, a movie that knows that has a big twist, or a game that has a big twist, they won't spoil it in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't know, they're not that careful, and you're like, I
Well,
feel
just-
like I watched the whole movie with the trailer, or vice versa with the games.
Like I just feel like my whole like the point is like sometimes if you see something, it doesn't ruin the surprise. You
No,
know
no,
what
I
mean?
agree, and they have to feature stuff like on the trailer for
I didn't see
Tears
it.
of the Kingdom, like when Link like goes through those platforms, and different things you can do, right? They have to get you excited. They can't just show like the the trees like moving in the wind and be like, oh, it's beautiful. They have to show mechanics or something to like tickle your fingers. Oh, I really want to play that,
It's
right?
true.
I mean, even they don't even need Zelda is so big that they just go like drop it. like,
Yeah, but like there's a lot of
but
speculation out
yeah,
there that's going to say that Tears of the Kingdom is just a giant DLC for Breath of the Wild.
nah, it looks
Like it's
different
not its
enough.
own game, but it has to be something has to be up
Nintendo
with this
doesn't
game.
do that. Like,
They are all about the mystery of this game. They know that this game is their last big game before they go on to bigger, better things with Nintendo
okay,
Switch.
think about this. Like Nintendo does sometimes like crazy number twos. Like Mario 2. It was so different, right?
It's true. They're all about
Okay,
pushing
we know
forward the envelope every single time. They have never stopped to be creative, right? They always go the creative route.
yeah. So okay, we know it's the USA version, and Mario 2 in Japan was like basically the one like DLC for one. It was basically that. But Zelda 2 was super different from one. And
Yeah.
Zelda Ocarina of Time, the sequel, which is basically Ocarina of Time 2, um, it's really different as well. Like they really took a risk. They done sequels that are really similar, like in Mario 1 and 2 and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Galaxy 2 is basically like that. Like a DLC for Galaxy 1, right? They put Yoshi and new levels. So maybe, but even if they do that, I think they nail it so well that they can really exceed and it can be a great game without deviating that much from the formula,
Yeah.
and doing something totally crazy. They still maintain like the overworld exploration and all of that, right? I really think they do away with the weapon breaking system, or they give you a way to fix them, or make it last longer. I don't know. Like
There's a speculation about
that's the only thing I didn't really
what
love.
about time travel? Like the idea of time travel.
Oh yeah, I love to be like you're in a place and you time travel and it's different. Yeah, yeah, they should, dude. A lot of times I felt playing Breath of the Wild on the standing on ruins and stuff. I'm like, oh, I wish I could like see how it looked when it was populated and vibrant. I know that the Switch can do like a populated town maybe, but I don't know. It would be interesting if they do that and show like before the crisis.
Yeah. Or I mean, it's coming out soon. It's like less than 100 days away from this game coming out, and hopefully it'll run amazing. Like I don't think it'll have any patches to have done to it. I think because
I mean, Nintendo always takes care of their main releases.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple of patches. We know the a thick forest is gonna chug, like the forest on on Breath of the Wild. Like, oh my god, chug, chug, chug. Like there's nothing you can do there. But yeah, like I don't know. I think no. I have no doubt that it's gonna be amazing and it's gonna have surprises as well. Like Nintendo, like you can say what they want about them, and we know we pay the Nintendo tax. Like games on PS5 or 4 are way cheaper usually, but they put proper care into their main games at least. I mean,
of course.
maybe the sports ones are a bit neglected with the lack of content, but like main ones like Mario, Zelda, and Metroid, they go all out. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
All the
good.
Nintendo exclusives, like I mean, are pretty solid. I had never played the Kid Icarus that happened years ago, but I mean that's the other one.
Which one on the 3DS?
Yeah, and it was a
I
good.
don't have it, and it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see maybe that come up, but who knows? Like it's got to be Donkey Kong, man.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
the Donkey Kong?
Okay,
That's what I want to know.
Before we wrap up, uh, I would love to like uh, Nintendo franchises to come back like a big way on the Switch that we haven't seen. Like, give me a new Kid Icarus, like full on, and a new Star Tropics. Why not? Like, they never release a sequel, like 1, 2, and that's it. And they're being dormant there. Like those characters make appearances here and there. And then Kid Icarus on the 3DS, yeah, but that's like 12 years ago now or something. Like it's not really like so. Nintendo, I know you're listening. I know, like, how could you not? Direct
They're
line
getting
with
around to it.
Shigeru. Yes.
It's all about when
Star
you forget.
Tropics. It will be so good.
It's all about when everyone completely forgets about it. Is when they drop that shit. Shadow drop that shit. It's available now on the
Oh
eShop.
yeah, yeah. Please, Star Tropics.
It's tough. things are tough all over being a gamer, you know?
Yeah, not very good. Not much good sales lately. You know, some of it.
Oh,
Portal.
it's slow. It's Christmas season ended.
Like we
And
should do that at the end of each episode. Like give us some sales that if we know any or we haven't popping in our minds. Portal is on sale until March on the Switch, and it's amazing. I love Portal. It's lowest ever.
there's a Capcom sale, isn't there?
All for like this
Like the bundle that was
uh
on.
and the games for the arcade stadiums are on sale for like
There's
130.
what I'm starting to like about the eShop is that they're starting to like bundle these sales. Like I remember that one sale that was like you could buy each game for 49 cents if you had purchased one of their other games.
Oh yeah, you showed me that one.
Yeah, and like next thing you know is all these games that are usually like they're pretty like full price are like $8, but you're getting them for 49 cents. It's like nothing.
I mean, I
know?
checked those games and yeah, the reviews are not great,
Yeah.
but even still, like even
That's still like
I think they're on the edge of the shovel, like.
yeah, exactly.
But for 50 cents, what's the risk? Like kudos for on them, to like do it.
This is true.
It's not almost shower risk, but you're tilted on that one.
I like my shovelware. All right,
Dude, if
Street Cats is my favorite game. Okay.
Dude, I love that you get shovelware. I can try it. We can have a good time.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man,
And
what
wait,
would Epic Dumpster Bear 2 be with?
no, that's
like,
bad.
Come
That's
on,
shovelware.
that's
It's fun. That one is fun.
but it is shovelware.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is technically shovelware, but
Yeah.
it's actually awesome.
It's awesome.
It is the greatest
It's like
plot.
it's like a. I mean, it still feels like good to control. So it's weird to say like such a bad movie that it's good, right? Like
yeah.
like Samurai
Epic-
Cop
they
or
need
whatever,
it-
right?
Okay, whoever. I hope the creators of Epic Dumpster Bear hear this, and I hope they make another Epic Dumpster Bear game for us.
Isn't there a
Continuing this
sequel?
plot is amazing.
Nintendo, again, if you're listening, I really want to give gifts to my friends on the Switch. Like I will send you, Mark, tons of amazing games as a present, and I can't. So Nintendo, get on it, please. Gifts for my friends on the console. Yes, eShop. Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, that's episode 2 of
Oh, yeah.
Pixel Scenery podcast.
I hope you can hear us better. Anyway,
Uh,
I'm gonna edit the first one to make it pop,
Yep.
pop, 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 and we're gonna try maybe with some other intro music. We're just delving into it, but
Yeah, we could
it's
do
gonna be
that.
Good.
Yeah. Arcade stuff was awesome. Things are awesome with gaming these days too. But yeah. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Adios.
All right, bye.